our next panel. So this will be our fourth plenary panel, and we will have an address now from 4 leaders in the industry too, where we're going to really be looking at the transformation of the oil and gas business. So I'd like to welcome them on, and we'll make sure that we're going to hear from them. We're now going to hear from the President and the CEO of the Korea National Oil Corporation. So we're very honored, Dr. Dong Sub Kim. Sir, we're delighted to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Recently, Korea becomes more popular because of a Netflix drama called it Squid Game. Yeah, we call it K-drama. And there's another young singer group, BTS. Yeah, we call it K-pop. There is another one. We call it K-NOC, which is Korea National Oil Corporation.
My daughter follows BTS.
Okay.
I hope K-NOC becomes as popular as BTS, but that's my wish. Okay, coming back to the subject. Carbon neutral is one of the biggest issues to our industry. I want to start my presentation by referencing the science data, which I'm not quite familiar with. The temperature change on the Earth for the last million years. As you look at on the right-hand side slide, there have been ice ages on and off during those years. As the Earth warms up and cools down by itself, mainly due to cyclic nature of the orbit, regardless of the CO2. However, we all know that the current level of CO2 in this society is simply too high, and we have to do something and reduce it. Now, coupled with the IEA's Net Zero 2050 report, the Net Zero initiatives became equally popular. It suggests some of 55% of oil reduction, and 75%, I hope it's 55, and the 55% of gas reduction. Well, this is very, very big burden for oil and gas industries. Energy sources, however, must be reliable and affordable and sustainable. While this report was applauded by some, the report brought new questions, as Dan and others mentioned in the previous session, that to the society, is this idealism is it practical and realistic? As an example, mentioned solar capacity has to increase 2,000% to meet the requirement. Developing countries, some have said that, north-south division, developing countries suffer from energy poverty, and we may face risk of supply chain breakdown. At any rate, carbon neutral is real and becomes a national agenda in Korea as well. Therefore, K-NOC, too, jumped on the bandwagon of net zero initiatives. We have CCS projects in the east of Korea Sea that depleted gas field. We're trying to put about 400 tons per year, hopefully by 2030, like 4 megatons per year of CO2. Project like CCS. And we are developing floating offshore wind farm along with Equinor and other companies. And then ammonia and hydrogen is important, so we are working on it. At the same time, I'm not going to talk about much, but digital transformation also is very, very important in our industry. The digital transformation really is going to be a game changer in the future, but today I'm going to focus on CCUS. I have to admit that the current project, although we are planning on this one, we are at kind of at the beginners. We just started. I understand that many NOCs and IOCs are working on the same issues, and they have made very good progress. But I ask myself, is this enough to obtain social acceptance or public acceptance? To me, I don't think so. So I looked at our portfolio based on energy sources.
Using the lower.
For oil and gas, many NOCs, IOCs cover the entire value chain.
Using the lower monitors.
This is our strength and has been successful so far. For wind farm, many of us are concentrated on generation. And if you look at it, the rest of the value chain belongs to electric power company or distribution company. Is it really good for us? Hydrogen ammonia can have a great potential, but we have developed the end users, like an electric power company, coal combustion type of one. It's not quite set yet. Most of all, CCUS is somewhat reverse of the oil and gas production. And we will be able to control the entire value chain, hopefully. And to me, this is the strength that most of oil and gas companies have. From the circular economy point of view, we have been good at production of hydrocarbon. Now, we have to be good at recycling hydrocarbon or GHGs. To me, this is why CCUS is a good area for oil companies to pursue, because we already have tools and expertise in place. We just need to put them in the right order and orchestrate them. KNOC started applying CCS, as I said, to the depleted gas field. The realistic and practical enablers, to me, for energy transition is technology and investment. Government of Korea plans to invest billions of dollars in the CCUS area. And of course, KNOC is a big part of it. Our current effort in regard to CCUS is too little to change the public perception. The current capturing capacity of CO2 only amounts to 40 megatons per annum, whereas we have to capture 5.6 gigatons per annum in 2050. I looked at CCS activities most of the major oil and gas companies are working on. I was somewhat disappointed. As I said, I am the beginner. We just started. So I searched a lot. I'm a little bit disappointed at the way they exercise. In such a way, we will not be in a position where we want to be. We need technological breakthrough, not the extension of what we are doing. Luckily, innovative technologies are on the horizon in capture, utilization, and storage. Some of the membrane technology to me is very, very impressive. And I want to emphasize that CCS technological advances cannot be achieved by an individual country nor a company. The way I see it, it is more about tackling global challenges through coordinated actions. Energy companies must work together. So I want to propose strengthening international collaboration, specifically in the new energy technologies. For carbon capture, the startup company is less than 1 year. This is an example for the utilization. The membrane technology turns CO2 into hydrogen. A demo system is being built with less than office room size. The system captures 3.2 CO2 per day, 3.2 tons CO2 per day, and produce 72 kilograms of hydrogen, and 7.2 tons per day of potassium hydrogen carbonate. As I said, new developments keep coming. If we invest a fraction of the R&D as the solar industry did, pretty soon we will be in good position in CCUS area. I'd like to wrap up by quoting what Dr. Arian mentioned at the EDIPEC 2021, that the current world is uncertain, uneven, and unusual. The real game changer here is how to change used to I. I can influence to make it even. I can be intelligent to be more certain. I can be innovative so that our CCUS can be our usual way of a business. Thank you.